Hey yo peoples, how's it going? My name is Adral Morgan and I'm here to tell all of you I'm back after so long. If you guys can't tell from my voice, I am a bit sick. I've been extremely busy and also just not generally feeling well, and considering most of my videos now consist of me talking throughout the videos, I was kinda iffy and worried about recording. Plus, I have been working at school and stuff due to this being my last year in high school, so I've been immensely busy. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about what I've been doing regarding that, and I'm also going to be talking about Slime Rancher again and 3D modeling, because I just thought it would be interesting to talk about, considering something I've kind of noticed is what people consider like different mediums. Now, with 3D modeling, if you didn't know, in college, most of the time when you take animation, you'll have classes where you're going to be doing 2D and 3D animation. And as we already know, 3D animation has kind of conquered the media world right now regarding like movies and such. Like Disney, they shut off their whole entire 2D program because 3D animation is that big. And Pixar, they're known for their 3D animation. And I always found it so interesting because working with 3D models, I've done a few myself. They're nothing I'll probably ever show because they just don't look right and or good, and the programs that I used generally weren't great. They kind of sucked. So, but I gotta say, using 3D models and 3D modeling, it's the most interesting thing to me. And the reason why I bring this up is because as you guys know, I adore Slime Rancher. That's why I'm drawing this phosphorus slime. And there will be more slimes to come, I promise, because I have gotten back into the game due to the new Mochi Miles update. And can I also say, just really quick, sidetracking, I adore Mochi Miles. I don't normally like tsundere characters, but I just love her. She's just great, she's funny to me, and she's 10 out of 10. Honestly, I love her, guys. But, back to 3D modeling. I was looking over the official, Tumblr page for Monomi Park. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably saying it very wrong, but that's the company that made Slime Rancher, and they like to release how they do things, like their process of creating like background art or the characters or object art, and I just find it so fascinating because for me, Slime Rancher with every update looks better. Like some of the things you won't even notice because they're so subtle, but I noticed quite a few things while playing it recently. Like one of the things, I noticed how the water for the game now looks a lot clearer, it looks a lot smoother. The water in Slime Rancher before kind of had more of a bluish, like a deeper blue tint to it, where the opacity was obviously a bit up on it, so you couldn't see through it perfectly well, but now you can, it works and looks like normal water where it looks clear. It doesn't look like it's solid water on, like, the opacity is different. Like, if you don't know what opacity is, and it's something that every artist seriously loves and adores, well, at least most of the ones I know, it's pretty much where you take a color and say you change the opacity, you lower the opacity, that makes it more see-through. So it's like saying the clarity on that color. And not only that, I also noticed the texture for silver parsnips were a lot brighter. They looked a lot more, they actually look silver. Unlike before, they didn't shine as much. They did look a lot like normal carrots, like the normal base color. They didn't have a shiny texture, but I feel like that's some of the things they could have possibly like updated for the textures. I'm not even sure. This is just things I noticed while I was playing, and I even noticed I don't think this was in the game before, but for Tangle slimes now they give a weird green mist around them whenever I think they're photosynthesizing. And I'm not sure if that was in there before, but I noticed it and I was just like, oh, this is really cool because I have a bunch of mosaic tangle slimes. And oh my god, I love looking into these processes because if you don't know, 3D modeling, it's extremely complicated. I've even gotten into watching 3D printer videos because there's this one YouTuber, I forgot his name. I'll probably have a end card thing or whatever for his channel, because he made a few Slime Rancher like 3D print videos where he would 3D print them and his wife would paint them after. But he specifically showed you like how he made each slime in the programs he was using, and it was so interesting because every time you do it, you have to push and pull things. Like, you don't have, it's unlike 2D. You have to draw every single detail. With 3D animation, you pull out pieces of the model, you push in pieces of the model. Depending on what you want, you can get so many different results. And I'm even going to be 3D printing some things myself soon, hopefully, due to my school having a new wing where they have their own 3D printer where you're allowed to go there and even make buttons and everything. So I'm really looking forward to checking it out because I've always been interested in 3D printing and even making my own models, possibly to 3D print. But due to how expensive 3D printers are and me not being a professional at 3D modeling, it makes it a bit harder. And I even was looking at like some of the job offers they were offering right now on Monomi Park. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not, and I feel bad because I love them so much. But they were even offering like jobs, and I was seeing like, oh, what kind of things they required for each of the jobs. I wasn't thinking of signing up, but it's always interesting just to see like the kind of requirements you need to make these kind of games, and all of them, oh my god. Some of the things I was just like, I don't even know what these are, dude, and I'm just But yeah, I'm so excited. And if you haven't 3D modeled before, made 3D models before, you can make 3D models using 2D art. I've had not people ask me that, but I've kind of thought that that might be something people wonder about. Like, can you make 3D models with 2D art? You can. It's just extremely hard. And you have to go perfectly frame by frame. It's like weird stop motion, especially if you want to make a GIF where you're spinning something in a circle. It's very complicated stuff. But moving on from that, of why I've been so busy. So recently my teacher gave us an assignment where we had to make our own music videos for a random song that we liked. So I chose a Snail House song. Again, I'll have like an annotation or something to it. But I did it for a Snail House song, and because we didn't have to worry about copyright or anything, I chose that, even though I was just like, yeah, this seems fun. Everyone else in my class chose songs with lyrics. The song I chose, though, didn't have any lyrics. It primarily had sound. And the requirements to this project were we had to make our own narrative. We had to make our own story, and that involved like recording footage of people and everything else. And here's the thing, I don't watch music videos. I know it sounds really weird because music videos do have certain finesse to them. Each one is different no matter where you go, every single one, and they're all very unique, and they're all so insane. I had to study actually just some of the music videos, just some music videos period, because I seriously have never watched one before, just to create storyboards for mine, because I didn't know how music videos normally worked. So I chose doing a clash of live action and animation, and I gotta say, it's not easy. We were given 2 weeks to record footage, and of course I only needed to record a few things, because here's how my narrative pretty much went. It was, I recorded 6 different things, and it was a girl making tea at the beginning, and her starting a timer and sitting down on her couch, and then she closes her eyes. And why that's very specific is because you have to be very specific with your shots of how exactly you want them to go. So I had her close her eyes, and then that's when it went into the main part, which was mainly animation the whole time. And then it was cute, like, little scenes. There was 3 different, like, animated characters that were the most prevalent in this world, where it was a little girl that kept changing colors no matter where she, like, went. And then another girl who was a lot of brown tones, like, she was very earthy and relaxed. She always had a teacup in her hand, and she was very calm. And then there was a cute bunny at, like, the end, and the reason why I did that is because this person, I want to make them seem like, oh, they have a very childish, active mind with the girl who keeps changing colors, but I want them to seem like they're still a mature adult at the same time, that they're able to live with both these sides and them coincide together and work. And then the bunny was, they are a speedy person, and it was a cute bunny. It was pink and it was pastel, and it showed that with these 2, they still, because the bunny didn't change colors like the girl, it stayed the same colors just like the girl who was in all brown, that these 2 could coincide together and make something cute and adorable and just pleasant. So it was pretty much that the whole time. And then there was some live quotation marks live action stuff where I took, like, a Puchin figure and I changed its coloration and I changed its face. That I had stick figures with cute smiley faces just to make it cuter too, because the song's generally pretty cute, and I had to match everything for the times. So it was a very fun and interesting experience. At the end, of course, she wakes up and she clicks the timer to make it go off, and I try my best to make everything sync. But with my animation, unlike all my classmates where they kind of had to match it up with their lyrics, I had to match it up with my times. So I had to time literally everything as I was storyboarding. And for those of you, like, ever wanting to get into animation or even joining, like, TV shows and stuff, know that a storyboarding job is there for literally everything. Like, you can storyboard for music videos, you can storyboard for cartoon shows, you can storyboard for movies, animated or not, you can storyboard for even TV shows, like, animated or not, again. Because storyboards are just there to help imagine the scene, to help give an outline of what they want. So even, like, in live action shows, I don't watch too much live action. But, you know, let's use a cheesy one. Drake and Josh. I love Drake and Josh. It was my childhood. And one thing about it with Drake and Josh is they probably did have some storyboards where they had to plan how a character was standing, or where the characters were standing, or how they would interact. If they were doing something abnormal or not in the normal realm of reality, they would have to plan it out to make it seem like it was plausible. So, like, things like that. But, that's what I've been working on. No, not only that, I've been working on my Fakemon too, but sadly, since I've been sick, I just have had barely any motivation to draw new ones, sadly, but I will be getting back into it soon. I'm actually trying to practice drawing people again to get back in the flow of that, because I kind of stepped out of it for a while. But, yeah, so that is pretty much all I have to talk about today. Those were just the main things that were on my mind, and I'm surprised with how coherent I was able to make it today, so yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the Speedpaint today, and if you did, make sure to check out down in the description below for the final results, or they will be up on the screen, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye! Wait, that was not my outro. Wait!